Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at the verbs we use in English when we talk about change. Let's go to the intro. Now, as I said, today's lesson is looking at the verbs that we use in English to talk about change. And we use more or less 5, 6, 7 verbs. I'm going to show you 6 verbs here that we use commonly to talk about change. Mostly in an informal, sometimes in a formal way, but in an informal manner, a lot of these verbs are used. So they are become, get, go, come, turn, and grow. They're the common ones that we can use to talk about change. Now, I'll show you each of these verbs individually with some examples so that we see how we use them in English to talk about that change that I am referring to here. Now, the first one is become, using become to talk about change. And we use it before adjectives or noun phrases. We use become. So, examples. It's not easy to become famous. Not easy to become famous. A lot of people become famous, but it's not easy to do. A lot of people would like to become famous, but they can't. So it's not easy to become famous. Second example. Brad is studying to become a doctor. He's not a doctor now. He's studying to become a doctor, so he's going to make that change from a student into a doctor because of the study that he's doing. So he's studying to become a doctor, or you can study to become a lawyer. Third example, it's becoming harder and harder to make ends meet. Becoming harder and harder. So if it becomes harder and harder to make ends meet, it becomes more and more difficult to afford to live, basically, okay? To make ends meet, to afford to live. It's becoming more and more expensive. So it's becoming harder and harder to make ends meet, okay? So become, used here to show that change. Now the second way is with get, and we use get before adjectives, with past participles, with some past participles, and also with an infinitive in order to show the change. Examples. It's getting late. It's time to go. It's getting late. Or 6 o'clock, time to go, getting late. 6 o'clock, time to go, getting late. Next one. My knees ache. My knees ache. You know, it's like when your knees ache. I must be getting old. I must be getting old because my knees are aching. So I must be getting old. Next example here with past participle. John started the game, but he got hurt in the first quarter. Now, with past participles, get hurt, get married, get drunk. Okay, there's a lot of different past participles we can use with get in order to show that change. He's getting drunk because he's drinking too much. He's getting drunk, the process of change, okay? He got hurt. He started off well, got hurt, changed, okay, in the first quarter. We really got to know each other well, infinitive, get to know. We really got to know each other well. We didn't know each other in the beginning, but we got to know each other well. Okay, another example. I'm getting to like going to work every day. I'm getting to like it. I didn't like it at first, but I'm getting to like it. There's a gradual change. So got to know, get to like, etc. How we can use it with the infinitive. Now the third one is go, and go before adjectives. Now this is quite informal when we use go this way. And we use it with colours. So she goes red when she gets embarrassed. She goes red when she gets embarrassed. Her face turns red, or her whole body turns red. So she goes red when she gets embarrassed. Or my fingers went blue because it was so cold outside. My fingers went blue Okay, so we can use that with before adjectives talking about color. Now, we can also use it when we talk about some negative consequences as well, okay? So, he went bald when he was 25. So, the expression is to go bald, okay? He went bald when he was 25, the poor man. He went bald. He lost all his hair when he was 25. So, he has a nude nut. He was only 25 with a nude nut. If I keep talking to the camera, I'll go mad. So if I keep talking to the camera, I'll go mad. I'll go crazy. I'll go mad. I'll go crazy if I keep talking to this camera. Okay. So that's the way that we can use it before adjectives in order to show that change as well. Okay. He went bald. He had hair. He went bald. Okay, she goes red when she gets embarrassed. She starts off white, she goes red. And I'll go mad. I'll slowly go crazy if I keep talking to this camera. Okay, so those are the examples here. Now I'll come back in a minute, or less than a minute, obviously, with the rest of these verbs, and I'll show you how it's done. See you in a minute. Okay, so back again. Now we'll look at this one here, which is come. Again, talking about change. We use come with the infinitive and with fixed expressions. Examples. I've come to realize that life is hard. It was a gradual process. I didn't think life was hard, but I've come to realize, okay, that change. I've come to realize. He's come to appreciate the finer things in life. He didn't always appreciate the finer things in life, but he's come to appreciate them, okay? So the change with come. And if you wish hard, your dreams might come true. To come true, it's a set expression. Dreams come true. Wishes come true, okay? So that's an example of using come here. The dream will come true. Now, turn, to talk about change with turn, so with colours. John farted and turned bright red. So he farted and he was embarrassed, so he turned red, okay? It's a visible change. We can see it's a visible change. I hit my nail with a hammer, bang, and it turned black. You know when you hit your nail, or your nail, I won't use this finger, if you hit your nail with a hammer, or if you jam it in the door, the nail turns black, okay? It turns black with a colour, the visual change. Your hair can turn white. So your face turns red, my nail turned black, and my hair is turning white because of the stress. Age. Brian turned 40 last week. My friend Brian, he turned 40, okay? He was a young man a week ago. Now he's turned 40, so he's got old, okay? He's turned 40, turned 50, turned 60, okay? With age. Materials. Everything he touches turns to gold. Everything he touches turns to gold. Or your dreams can turn to dust, okay? Turn to gold, turn to dust. Material. And the last one, to turn into. The prince turned into a frog. When Cinderella or whoever it was, or the princess, bing, the prince turned into a frog. Turned into, okay? The change. Now the last one is with grow, and grow is before adjectives, more formal, okay? So, I'm starting to grow old. More formal, I'm starting to get old. Less formal, I'm starting to grow old. More formal. The days are growing colder. The days are getting colder. Informal, the days are growing colder. Or the days are growing longer, because we're coming into the summer months. The days are growing longer, okay? More formal. Now, these are the verbs that we use to talk about change. Now, thank you very much for watching the lesson. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm always happy to receive comments although I don't get very many according to some of you. Please remember to share the video on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, share it up. I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a good day. Bye.